Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be talking about the greatest show ever made, Doctor Who, yet again. And as well as being part of the greatest show ever made, this is probably one of the best episodes ever made, and that is Human Nature and Family of Blood, a two-parter written by Paul Cornell. So this is interesting because it was the only episode that was based on a book for Doctor Who. Like they wrote a Doctor Who book called Human Nature back in the 90s, and the same guy, Paul Cornell, he adapted it as a TV episode. And the book, I haven't read it, but it's supposed to be about the seventh Doctor, and I can definitely see hints of the seventh Doctor in this episode, and I'll get back to that later. This episode is strong on so many levels, you know. The scarecrows are scary. Viserys Targaryen, he was so creepy in this. Like, he freaked me out when I was like 10, watching this for the first time. He creeped me out. And he's such a great actor. I'm glad he was great in Game of Thrones. I think he's even better in this. A young Thomas Brody Singstall was in this, you know. He is a 30-year-old man looking like a 17-year-old man. But now he's a 17-year-old man, 17-year-old boy looking like a 12-year-old boy. So I guess he just ages really slowly. Freema Agyeman as Martha is so good in this part. You know, I think this might be one of her best episodes because she gets put through some shit. You know, this man who she's friends with and she's also in love with. It's boom. Now he's just a completely different guy. Doesn't remember who he is. Thinks he's some teacher from the 1910s, and he's really mean to Martha. You know, um, so he's kind of, you know, racist at the time because it's the 1910s. Everybody was racist. Martha really gets the sword out of the stick when it comes to like traveling in the past, doesn't she? And but the fact that she still pulls through and looks after him because she knows that he's a great person. So she's so dedicated to him, and they have a really strong bond at this point, which is why she's on my top 10 companions list, obviously. I mean, as well as being like really kind of creepy and atmospheric, there's also a lot of emotional beats that are met really well. The lady who plays John Smith's girlfriend, she's really good, and I love the relationship between the two. It's just built so organically. Like Chibnall he could never do that, you know. And I love the internal conflict John Smith faces, you know. He just wants to live an ordinary life and have a future with her, but he knows he can't, and he has to be some strange like alien called the Doctor, but all he wants is a normal life. And that's all the Doctor wants too. The Doctor, like as previously shown, he just wants a normal life to fall in love, have a family, live happily ever after, but Rose has shown that he can't have that. And it's just this episode shows the direct like impact the Doctor has on everybody he meets, whether good or bad. We see him influencing Thomas Brody Sangster to become a soldier, and he gives him this watch which saves his life. I don't know if the Doctor knew that would save his life or not, but every little thing, you know. And that scene at the end where they see him as like an old veteran, that was so sweet. Like that him and Martha seeing him after all these years, that was such a sweet way to end it, you know. And we see the dark side of the Doctor too. How he gives each family of blood member their own sadistic punishment. It's really dark, you know, and that's the part that reminds me of the Seventh Doctor, because the Seventh Doctor to me was the Dark Doctor. He's all happy on the surface, but underneath he's some messed up. He's fucked up. But hey, you know, the family of blood got what's coming to them. They killed that poor man who, like, the man thought he was just helping this little girl, and then boom, the little girl kills him. So I don't feel sorry for them, but it's just like, damn, every meal in existence. So this is an episode I rewatch all the time. It just has like a such uniqueness to Doctor Who, and it it proves that it's a show anybody can enjoy. You know, because it's scary, but it's not too scary or traumatize the children. So children could watch it, but there's also just great characters and plot for the adults to watch it, which is part of the appeal that's made Doctor Who so popular for the past 59 years. So, what do you think? Do you think this episode is as great as I say it is, or do you think it's overhyped? Let me know down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for another great episode, Blink. But until then, Alonzi.